Let's jam on.
Let's jam. Come, pump the jam.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump the jam. Are we going to get taken down for this? Pump the jam.
No,
pump up the game.
Your voice is
pump
so
up
terrible.
the game. Pump up the game. I'm not singing. I'm
Just
more
saying
into
words?
poetry now. Yeah. Vocal
Spoken
poetry.
word.
Yeah. Pump up the game. Pump it up. Pump up the game. Pump it up. You guys are supposed to say pump it up when I say pump up the game.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that was a
I
thing.
didn't actually give you any instructions. All right, we'll do one more try. Pump up the game.
Pump it up.
Pump it up.
Yeah. Woo! Welcome to Sweaty Plebs Podcast, everybody. Woo! Welcome to the party, everybody. We're all here. Me, Dr. Dylan, and my associates.
It's your boy, little guy Aiden.
And it's your smaller boy, little guy Faulkner.
Wow, that's our intro every
the
time.
peak.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Oh, welcome back.
Felt like what do you call those? A spiritual advisor? Not a spiritual advisor. You know, they like yell at kids. Hype man. No, not hype man. They like tell kids not to do drugs and stuff.
Yard duty.
No.
Police officer.
No.
The dairy lion.
No. What
Moms.
was it? No.
Parents?
No. You know, like the kids
Therapist?
go to an assembly and then the guy is there and he's like,
Oh.
The principal?
no.
I know exactly what you're talking about now. I have
Yeah.
no idea what they're called.
Fuck, what? Emotional? No.
No, I would just call them a speaker.
I mean,
Speaker?
when I was in
Yeah,
school,
there's probably a better word.
we didn't have fancy labels for jobs.
Sounds
Everybody
boring.
was just an adult.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
'cause he's-
custodial engineer and stuff like
Yeah.
that, right? That was not a thing.
No. This is like a very common thing, and if I could just remember it, you guys would both be like, "Oh yeah, that's."
I did
I
go
know
to
what that is.
Dare, those Dare things.
I went to
It
Dare
worked.
too,
Yeah.
and I played kickball against the policeman, and I caught the kickball when he kicked it.
Yeah.
I was like, "You know what? I'm better than you, so I'm gonna fucking smoke weed when the time comes." I got you out, bitch.
Okay.
Anyways, now that we've talked about staying away from drugs, let's get to the drinking corner, because alcohol is a legal drug. I've got something special. This is a new thing, a new company. I've never seen it before. I got it just because I hadn't seen it, and then I realized that I kind of like the name after. The brand is called Mandela Effect. Show you the can.
Right?
Pretty basic can. What I really
like
like
it.
is the beer itself is called the Nelson IPA. You get that? Nelson Mandela IPA Effect.
Can you explain it
So-
further? I don't understand.
Well, it tastes like it's from the South, maybe South Africa.
Okay.
Just
I was
kidding.
wondering
It's
where you're
from-
going with this.
It's from San Diego, so it is from the South to all of us. Yeah, Southern California. All right, that's it. It's okay. Nothing special.
Sorry, that
Yeah.
was quality. You really
Yeah.
painted a picture.
Thank you,
Appreciate you.
All right.
everybody.
Aiden, what you got?
This is a new thing. Never tried it before. It's also been months since I have had a regular version of it. Hard kombucha, Boochcraft,
Booch?
ginger lime flavor.
I like that name.
Yeah.
It's a great name. That's why I got it.
Yeah.
I've almost bought those a couple times recently, but I always don't because I remember the last time I got it, I didn't like it.
Booch crap.
That's actually kind of tight. Yeah.
dope.
If you see Boochcraft, go for it. It's
Yeah. Recommended.
Big
yeah,
fan.
recommended.
I feel like hard kombucha just isn't as bubbly as.
Oh, this stuff is very
Is it?
bubbly.
Okay. Maybe I've just had bad ones.
Yeah, you got to move out to the kombucha capital of the world.
Colorado.
Fresno.
Yeah. No, we
Reno?
got Naropa University out here. That's all they do.
That's funny.
Poetry make kombucha.
I found some.
Okay.
It's mine.
No, okay, that's a different topic. I was thinking of the stuff we were talking about offline about like finding land in Colorado, and I found a bunch of land, but they're like it's all cleared for weed and stuff. I was like, man, maybe I should buy this and just do a farm.
Where the money's
I could
at.
see
Well,
you being a little farmer. Yeah.
Yep.
Like a small scale one?
Yeah, it's just embracing my roots, my Korean roots as a rice farmer.
I thought you're from Arizona.
I thought you were from Hawaii.
I'm from Hawaii.
Well, yeah,
and you know
technically.
that.
Yeah.
By a lot of jokes you tell me all the time.
Those aren't jokes. Those are just family
just
conversations. You know, Aiden and I are from the, we grew up in the rice capital of America, Sacramento area.
Yeah.
You know
have
that?
a soy sauce factory out there, don't you? No.
I think so.
Yeah. Because I remember we were
I think
planning
there's
on
one.
moving out in that area when we first thought about moving to California. My wife had a job interview out there in Roseville. Yeah.
That's a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
You made a good choice.
we drove past it and everything. Yeah. That was like one of the spots we would have moved to. And then we would have just missed each other. And then sometimes we would have actually driven past each other without knowing each
I'll go out
other.
to Roseville.
I'm just saying in general, like driving to past Davis and Sac and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, we could go on and on about close connections to people that we know.
Yeah.
I've been in the same room as a few people that you and I know. Well, Aiden, you don't know them, but Faulkner, you and I know. I
Yeah.
was in the same room as them multiple times before actually meeting them. Strange.
Very strange.
Wow.
How that happens.
All right, let me do my beer first.
Oh, sorry.
I have a Parliament beer, Holler, called Kaleidoscope. This is the can.
I like that can. It's
Cool
less
can.
colorful than I would have thought.
Yeah, I think this was like this is their first try at canning, for distribution. This is their first labels, so I think they're gonna make a colored one.
It's not bad.
It's a hazy
I actually kind of like
IPA.
that. Ooh, yeah.
So
I normally do. be
So
digging
the
those.
brewery, for them to be able to serve, they have to serve food. So they partnered with food trucks to serve the food.
Yeah.
So you pay the brewery, and the brewery then pays the food truck. Today was a Mexican food truck. It is probably the best torta I've had in California, bar none.
That's good. You should have taken a picture. Did you
Yeah.
take a picture?
I couldn't. It
You
was
know,
in my
Give them a
stomach
name
already.
shout out.
Oh man,
You know I'm a torta guy.
this is hella juicy. It's really good.
Nice.
It's really
Okay.
good.
Did you have
Right.
one when you had your torta?
No, I did buy a 4-pack, but then I would have been too fucked up for this.
I think that would make good content.
I mean, by the
Remember
end of
that?
this, my face is not red, but by the end of the episode, it's going to be red, and it's always like that.
You'd be looking like me.
Yeah, exactly. Then we look like brothers, and then we all look like brothers.
Yeah. We are brothers. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right. This has gone on far too long.
Maybe we should do a
Let's
beer
talk about
podcast.
what we're here for.
Yeah. All right. So before we kick off the games that we've been playing, I saw on Reddit someone put this image up. And what does this image look like without reading it in the notes?
Apology.
Apology or a delay?
Yep.
Did you read it?
No, I thought to be honest, I thought this was from last week. This is
I
very
honestly
hard.
thought it was an apology, so I was just waiting to
Yeah.
give a live reaction to it. Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, okay.
God.
Well, good job.
Pretty good, right?
You got me.
That was
You know
pretty
what?
good.
I got myself. What was I trying to look up? Oh, I was trying to show the stick bug meme to my girlfriend
Yeah.
in the last couple days, and I was like, "Here, you don't understand it," because we were talking about what kind of bugs we would be. And she said she would be a ladybug, and I said I would be a stick bug because I'm long, like a stick bug. And
It's not wrong.
yeah, and then she was like, "I don't know what a stick bug is," and I was like, "Well, I know the perfect thing to show you, stick bug meme." And I clicked on it, and it was just it was just that video. It was just Rick Astley. She's like, "Yeah, I could see how you would be that guy, because the
She
whole
get it,
ginger
yeah.
thing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I didn't like it.
So just for context, people that obviously might be listening, someone made I don't know if they made it or if Cyberpunk actually did this, but essentially it looks like a delay notice or an apology notice. It says Cyberpunk, and it's a Rickroll, essentially. It's the lyrics to the song.
I don't think it was them because I feel like it would have been a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More popular.
Yeah. So
100%.
in the video, that's our background in the video. Today's video is I have that image in the background.
Nice.
It was pretty good. I was like, all right, you got me too. All right, well played. Well played. All right, let's start from the top.
Yeah.
Aiden, what have you been playing this week?
All right, so same old, but one new thing, Darkest Dungeon. Heard a lot of great things about it over the years, and from my about 45 minutes playing it, I want to say I understand it. Don't really get how to play the game that well so far, but I get why it's popular.
Do you want to keep playing
And
it?
I'm gonna force myself to play it more because I don't fully understand the systems. Like, I know that a big thing about it is the negative psychological effects of adventuring on your people. I haven't seen anything that bad happen so far. I've just been tearing up the few missions I've done, so
We've
Okay.
only played 45 minutes. That's one of those long burn games.
yeah.
You know.
But love the combat, so that's enough for me to keep trying it.
Fair enough.
Got my ass handed to me when I tried to play that game and stopped playing after probably a few hours.
Yeah.
So if you start enjoying it, please let me know because I still have it downloaded and I would be down to give it another shot.
I'll let you know. I feel like there's a reason so many people say it's a fantastic roguelike.
That's why I got it.
Yeah, it's on my
Also-
my Steam list.
Ambiance is on point in that game.
That's good. Cool.
Yes, that's all I got. So, Dylan.
I have turned myself into a spider in the last few days,
Yeah.
but one of the man sort. I'm a Spider-Man. I've been playing Spider-Man. I don't know what it's called, actually. Aiden, can you help me out? What's it called? Spider-Man PlayStation 4? Is that the name? The
I think it's
official?
literally just Marvel Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
There's
Spider-Man.
nothing
Yeah.
special.
I don't like that game all that much. I was talking to Aiden about this a
Oh,
little bit.
really?
I guess I shouldn't say that. I've only done 3 missions. I have spent pretty much all of like the 5 hours I put into it just going around the city. The traversal in that game is so much fun. To me, it feels like a skateboarding game where
Yeah.
you're just like trying to do tricks. I mean, not really doing tricks, but just like going through like, in like Tony Hawk when you like do a grind and then an ollie and then, what do you call that? Like you do just keep fucking going.
Combos?
Like when you
Combos, yeah.
like just doing nice combos, just getting in the flow, jumping shit. The combat is okay. I just yesterday for the first time I started unlocking stuff and it's a lot more fun.
Okay.
So
It
thank you
gets a
for
lot
that
better.
wonderful advice, Aiden.
No problem.
I'm gonna continue playing it. I don't think I'll end up beating it, but I have actually done another mission since we talked, Aiden.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's compared
as
to
lo-
Ghost, it's not nearly as good as an open world game, but it's still solid.
no. And did I give an update on Ghost? I pretty much have done everything in that. I don't know.
Did you
when I
plat
did
it?
that. No, because I'm missing like 20 clothing options, which I would just have to grind the money for, I think.
You should do that.
You're close
I
enough.
thought about
Get
it.
your first plat.
The money is not super easy to come by in that game, as far as I could tell.
Just look up
I don't know.
a gold
feel like a
grind or a
farming
money grind.
strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. Who knows?
It's
I
not
probably
fun,
will go
you
back eventually, especially once that
Multiplayer.
multiplayer thing comes
Dude.
out.
As we should talk about right now, because I didn't put that in the notes at all. That's pretty cool.
Didn't we talk about that last week? The weeks are blending together.
No, because I think that came out this
Swear
week,
to God.
at the beginning of the week.
Um,
We talked about it over chat, over text.
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's really
been
cool.
a long couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Really, really
Very
cool.
unexpected.
Unexpected, yeah.
unexpected, and I'm pretty juiced for it. Faulkner, you should get a PlayStation just so you can play with us.
I actually looked at PS4s and I was like, oh, these prices are. I'm just gonna have to wait until I play PS5s.
I told you about when I got mine, right?
Yeah.
I got my PlayStation Slim or whatever,
Mhm.
whatever like the middle one is.
Yeah.
I got it for like $100 on Amazon. from Prime Day.
Yeah, but that was pre-COVID.
That was a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. COVID, everything's either out of stock or overpriced and stuff right now. Like even PC parts, it's actually better in many cases just to buy a pre-built instead of building your own from a savings space.
I almost loaned out my PlayStation to somebody at the start of lockdown.
Yeah, I almost drove down there to grab it so I could play God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just going to have to wait. It's just how it is. And with the changes with Halo and everything, I'm not like super juiced to get a Series X right now. Cool. Any other games you've been playing?
I've been playing Fall Guys a little bit. I play like one a day, I would say. No wins. I can get to the last round pretty consistently. But no wins.
Sweet.
We'll play later, and you can watch me win at least.
Oh.
You say that,
Just
but you've
for
never
you.
won.
I've
never seen you. I've never seen you win.
That's true. You haven't, but we're rocking like 8 wins now, I think.
Okay, I would like to see somebody I know win.
I'm a god of terrible platformers.
It's not a terrible platformer. It's pretty good. Like
No,
I mean,
it's good, but I just
Sure.
say that for things like that and Human Falls Plat. Just those like clumsy platformers.
yeah, it is very clumsy.
Yeah. But that's intentional, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
They're like, it's kind of clumsy. We should just leave it like this. This would be
Yeah.
great.
Just send it out there.
I feel like
Yeah.
the Super Mario Odyssey S type game just messed it up entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say I considered downloading the Apex update this week.
Yeah.
and jumping
I mean,
into
I
that.
still have it online. I still have it, but I'm
Did
thinking
you
about.
get the update? The update's pretty big.
I think it's all automated, but I haven't checked because I haven't like desired to play Apex. But I'd be down just to check out the new map, the updates on World's Edge, and some of the character updates and stuff. I'd be down just to get a few
New
rounds
gun.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. The armor stuff sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be cool with that.
Chat.
So I've been playing.
We may have news next week.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I've been playing Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I'm about halfway through. That game
How is it?
is fantastic. It's only,
Yeah, I've only heard good things.
I think the total length is only like 8 hours. I recommend it. Play with your headset on. Don't play with like surrounds. Like wear a headset because the audio, you have to turn. I think you actually have to enable it. The binaural audio. You have to turn that on, and the audio is amazing. It's 10 out of 10. Some of the best like use of audio in a game in like a storytelling. The game is pretty much just a walking movie, kind of interactive movie, right? You go to an area, you'll solve some puzzles, then you'll unlock the next area. You'll have a combat sequence, and then you'll do more puzzles, and that's kind of the loop, right? Puzzles, combat, new area, puzzles, combat, and that's just the loop. And your journey from going from zone to zone is the storytelling that happens. And then they have these little stones placed everywhere that gives more exposition of like the lore, because it's like a lot of Viking lore. And yeah, it's wonderful. It's creepy. It's very creepy. And the combat isn't crazy. It's pretty easy to figure out. It has the system where it says if you die enough, there's like a permadeath thing. And you got to start the game over.
You better be careful.
Yeah, but the game
is
isn't.
it-
You can alter the game difficulty and stuff like that if you just want to enjoy the story.
Is the permadeath thing like a lenient thing? Like die like 50 times in a playthrough, or is it
I don't
something
know.
a little more extreme so you actually have to be careful?
It's not.
just a surprise.
It's not something I'm like. So essentially, you have like this, like a curse essentially, and it starts in your hand, and it's just black.
Yep.
And every time you die, it goes higher and higher and higher. And once it covers your face, you're dead. And in the very beginning of the game, they go over that. Like, I think, spoilers, one of the first guys you fight, you die to. Like, you can't beat. And that essentially introduces that game mechanic.
Maybe you just suck.
Maybe it's possible because I was trying to figure out the fucking combat system in the beginning because it doesn't tell you how to do it. So yeah, very possible.
No, it's definitely one of those, I would assume.
Yeah,
'Cause that seems like a integral part.
but it's not like super complicated because once you got figured it out, then you're like, you just fly through most of the bad guys. Yeah, I think you guys should play it. I think it's a game worth playing. It's also on Game Pass.
Yeah, I've thought about
Probably
that
will now.
a bunch of times. I just never did it.
Yeah,
Like I needed someone that I actually know to say do it, not just random people online.
yeah, I think you would like it from a story, like a good storytelling thing. And I'm kind of excited for the sequel if they can keep the story element, but then add a much more visceral combat system, like a better combat system, and expand that. I think that'd be fantastic. But like I said, it's only like 8 hours, so it's pretty short.
Yeah.
So I'm playing that. I'm playing some Undermine still because I'm listening to audiobooks, so I need a game that's kind of mindless. So I've been doing Undermine. But then Game Pass dropped Spiritfarer.
Yeah, I'm sort of interested in that. I want to hear your thoughts on it.
There's no combat in this game. I'll play the trailer on the thing. But there's no combat. And essentially you're just... you're this boat, like a captain of a boat, and your job is to go around and transport spirits of people that are dead around. But the game loop is you upgrade your boat, you upgrade like the size of your boat, then you upgrade like portions of your boat, like different compartments, like a foundry and like a sawmill and stuff like that. And then you collect materials and you make materials, and then you go around and you find other people to join your boat, and that's the loop. And that's all you do. And a lot of the material gathering are just like small little mini games. And you just use little mini games. And it's like super relaxing because there's no combat system to it. And it has like these hand-drawn artwork is really good. And it's like this cutesy thing. And there's a little cat that follows you around. It's adorable.
I'm surprised you said that.
I know. Me too. But it is. And I can't help it. This whole game is just adorable. Like whimsical and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass, so
yeah,
if you got it, give it a shot. I mean, I almost turned my Xbox on this week just to download that.
I say,
but I think
go for it.
Okay,
Looks super cute.
Yeah, it's just a cute game that you just play like on a wind down, like put a podcast on or an audiobook, or you have something in the background. Yeah.
is it about death?
Kind of, yeah, because you're spiriting around people that have died, and you're taking them to you're dropping them off to different areas and stuff like that after you've helped them complete stuff in the world. So essentially, they have unfinished business, so you're going around and helping them finish that business, and then at the end of their journey, you take them to leave the world.
You're like a kind ghost hunter.
Not a ghost hunter. You're a spirit farer.
Yeah. Hey, you're
That
taking
doesn't
the
sound as
spirits.
cool though.
Yeah, and then the more people you get these tokens, and then you get enough tokens, you start unlocking more skills. Like there's just a loop that works. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna give that a shot.
These indie games are great right now. It's great.
Yeah. What a time to transition to the next topic.
Yes. So Nintendo actually had a good indie direct that I actually enjoyed. I don't know about you guys, about their previous indie
I feel like
directs.
they've all been okay, but this one was definitely better.
Yeah.
But mainly because of, I think, the first thing that we're going to touch on.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for it.
It's
And
amazing.
So
Yeah.
Hades is finally coming to Switch.
Woo!
I've been wanting to play this. It's on my Steam thing, but it's something I've wanted to play on the Switch. Now, whether the performance is going to be good at launch is a different story on a Switch.
But you could just get it on Steam if you don't mind double dipping.
It's true. So there is a cross save between Switch and PC, which is fantastic for little fish boy over there.
exciting. So I have played so much on the PC.
Yeah. And
the amazing thing is, I have I think 30, 40 hours in it. There are still things that I haven't seen before. Just like new voice lines I've never heard. Items that I've seen maybe 2 times in the entire run or playthrough. It's just amazing.
Yeah. And
I never thought I would care about voice acting in a
yeah, it's voice
roguelike.
acted. Yeah, so that's cool. Usually, you don't see voice acting in these indie titles and stuff.
Especially not actually good voice acting, on this level.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything particular about Hades that you really like compared to other roguelikes? What sets it apart? That's probably a better question, right?
So I think having just an ongoing story with it that's actually interesting. You care about building relationships. You can date people in it, which sounds extremely dumb, but when you're getting into it, you'll actually enjoy doing it. You get little bottles of elixir that you take to people and just give them as gifts. You get unlocks from that. There's just a lot of weird depth in the game, and also combat's great. There's, I think, 5 or 6 different weapons this time that all play extremely differently.
Cool.
And I mean, just the builds that you get on runs, it's the same thing as other ones, but they all flow well, and they're all interesting in a way to set them apart, so it doesn't feel that samey.
Yeah.
I'm juiced.
Very excited.
I'm ready to go to hell.
Yeah. I mean, it's Supergiant, and Supergiant has a pretty good pedigree of games like Bastion. I actually enjoyed Transistor. I didn't play as much as I would like to, but Bastion's fantastic.
Agreed.
So
agreed all around. The only one I haven't played is Pyre, which is interesting that this is coming before Pyre, or at least coming to Switch before Pyre. But this is the one that I really want to play. I'm happy.
This is a perfect little Switch game.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So I just put the highlights essentially of the Indie Direct. Another one was Raji. Is that yeah? And this is more of a action adventure platformer than anything else. I don't know if you guys saw any of this.
Yeah, I watched it. This one I'm not too interested in. I like the setting and the idea, but I just don't want to play this kind of game, I guess, on Switch.
That's fair. I think
that's where I'm at too.
Yeah,
looks cool though.
I think from art direction wise, I think it looks pretty wonderful. I think it's pretty good. You just generally don't see this type of biome, I guess you could say, in games.
Yeah, and I wish that we would see it somewhere else. Maybe a bigger scale, better game. I can't say better game because I haven't played this, but
sure,
higher budget. That would be cool. But I'm not super interested in this one. From what I've seen, I've only watched the trailer.
Yeah. All right, next one is a very popular game called Untitled Goose Game. I don't know if anyone knows.
Conk.
And it's getting a
Very
2-player
excited.
mode, a free 2-player update. That's cool. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Something no one really thought was coming, right? It's like a happy thing to see.
It gives me a reason to go back to the game, which is exciting.
Little couch.
What is it called? A gaggle of geese?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your own gaggle.
Honk, 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 honk. I still haven't played it, even though I have it downloaded. I still haven't played it.
Yeah. I never beat it, but I played a decent chunk of it, and I enjoyed what I did.
Look at that. Adorable. These geese are adorable.
Kind of reminds me of you.
Aww. So, that was cool. Just a fun indie update. Next one we got is Torchlight 3.
I'm on the fence about this one. I really like Torchlight 2 and Torchlight 1, but I don't know. I just hope
more.
I don't know if I want it on
Switch. I would be down
Switch.
for more. Yeah, it has to be worth it, and I don't know if it will be.
Well, this game particularly had it went through some developer hell, because originally it was supposed to be like an open world RPG, and then partway through development, like years through development, they're like, you know what? Nobody wants it as an open RPG, open MMO. So they're like, we're just going to go back to the traditional action RPG, and now they did that, and it's had some, like game mechanics wise, some lulls, up and downs. And this is the 1.0 launch, and it seems to be in a good place. But it could be in like a situation like Diablo 3 where it launched in a not great state and then became a great game kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. As long as they make it better.
Yeah. And again, for me, I don't know if this is a Switch game for me. But
I have Torchlight 2 on the Switch, and I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know,
This won't
no
be
mods.
a on launch buy for me either way. So
No. It'll be a sale thing.
we'll see what happens.
give it some time. Let them do some updates because I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of updates. Because if one, from what I've read, 1.0 did some big changes to the end game mechanics. And you got to let that stuff pan out after a little bit to let you know whether those mechanics are viable. So that's a good stance to be, is just wait and see. But I am keeping my eye on it because I did like Torchlight 2.
Agreed.
All right. Another adorable indie game, Garden Story. If any of us needs more like pseudo rebuilding farming type games.
So I love the look of it, but it's been so long since I've done Stardew, I would probably just go back and play that again.
Yep. And I'm in the same boat.
Why? There's something new. You've done Stardew. I think Stardew is actually getting another update.
I think they have gotten at least one update since I last played.
Because they expanded the end game further from what I last read.
So that's why I would just go back to that.
Yeah.
I also never fully reached the end game. So
Me too. I never fully reached the end game either.
I did.
But I do love the look of that game.
Yeah.
It's just hard when there's a literally perfect product out there already for that same style.
But these are
Agreed.
cute little animals or vegetables.
There's
And
cute
animals.
vegetables
There's
in
an animal there
Stardew.
too. That's true.
You got a cat or a dog too. You catch a fish.
You can catch a lot of fish.
Yeah. This
I
this
hated
game-
fishing. I hate fishing.
I
in Stardew.
hated it at first, but then I got so good at it.
Yeah, I can't stand it. It was like my least favorite
So
thing to
good.
ever do.
I really enjoyed it.
Gross.
But-
Maybe we should do another farm again because we did that one farm and then we kind of stopped.
We could start a triple farm.
Ooh, triple farm.
I'll support that.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Oh my god, this guy.
There he goes. There's a fire outside.
All right. We're getting toward the end. We got two more. We have Evergate, which is a platformer. I think the
Kind of
art...
reminds me of holy shit, I forgot the name of it.
Will o' the Wisp.
Thank you.
Yeah, has a lot of similarities.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of lower budget version of it, which not a bad thing, but do you know who developed it?
No, I'm sure it's going to tell us. Stone Lantern and P-Cube.
Yep, not a clue, but
Yeah. Might be cool. Definitely a sale. Maybe a sale purchase.
definitely a sell. And it kind of fits in with the same things the other one. Looks pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't look bad at all. There seem like there's some interesting gameplay things with it, but
Yeah.
I still haven't fully beaten the new Ori, so
Me neither.
I may go back to that before.
Yeah, because you know what you're getting with Ori. You know you're getting like grade A.
Just something phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that one, I can see myself just like 2 years down the line, don't know what I want to play, and then I just get it.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about this one based off the name alone.
Yeah, so Baron Breakfast is essentially you're a well-mannered bear and you're starting a B&B.
It sounds so
Nice.
good.
I like it.
I saw this. I was like, oh god, this is a treat. This could be a lot of fun.
Wilderness adventure. You are invited to enjoy our luxurious guest room.
So you guys already talked about knockoff
And relax
Ori.
in our
Yeah.
upscale facility.
Yep, you basically summed it up.
Advise that in the forest you
Thank-
may
Thank you.
encounter
I'm glad I could.
dangerous
Give it
wild
2 cents.
for it.
animals.
Yeah.
The park
Uh,
will also
Yeah,
like
the UPS man buzzed everybody's bell to my building.
Oh wow, what a son of a bitch.
feed the
Yeah.
animals
There was like 4 people down in the lobby, and he had one package, and we're just like,
wildlife.
And then he's like, oh, hang on 1 second, let me scan it. And he scanned it and didn't say who it was for, and we're just like, the fuck?
No refund.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so that was it. It didn't give enough as
feel
much
like-
gameplay as I'd like.
That might not be great, but I will probably buy it just to support the idea.
Yeah, conceptually sounds
Right.
great, right? Like,
Yeah.
here's a camp. You develop the camp. You're a bear.
It screams the thing that just someone had the idea in a writer's room. They're just like, yeah, let's just go for it
Yeah.
without anything set up for it.
Yeah. So, obviously, of that group, Hades is probably the hypest of them all.
By far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
made my week.
Yeah.
Like, I
just
was
wish
already
they put a
extremely
date
excited, but
on it.
cross save is insanely good news.
dude, the cross save is a big surprise. I think
Yep.
it's amazing. I'm glad you're seeing more and more titles, not just like AAA titles, but also the smaller. It'd be great if Stardew pulled that off. Oof. Stardew pulled that off. That'd be amazing.
Mhm.
All right.
Really, it's about time that more places started doing it.
Yeah. Game Pass. Lots of Game Pass releases this week. We have Flight Simulator. I have yet to download it and play it. It's on my to-do list. I hear wonderful things.
Also
Yes,
heard
on that,
wonderful
I feel like
things.
a goddamn idiot because I forgot that it was only on the Series X. And I spent about 20 minutes looking throughout the Microsoft Store being like, it must be hidden somewhere on the Xbox One. But nope,
No.
doesn't exist.
Nope, it's PC.
Yeah, I felt like an idiot when I found out, but
Yeah.
I will be downloading it probably tomorrow now.
Yeah. Apparently, it's getting like in streaming. It's a good streaming game. Apparently, like a lot of streamers are doing it.
You just fly and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like, oh,
perfect
that's
for
fucking
that. You don't
smart.
actually
Yeah.
have to be good.
And the game looks gorgeous. So, yeah, it's getting great reviews. So that's out now. Spiritfarer is out now. Battletoads, a game I want to check out. The only problem with Battletoads, because it's some nostalgia thing, because I grew up in that era.
Okay, that's fair.
But I hear for what it is, it's actually really good.
Heard not terrible
yeah, you
things.
can
Yeah.
But
come back and tell me about it.
Yeah.
I will not play it either way.
It doesn't have the it only has couch co-op though.
yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. Maybe if they put it in later, maybe you should wait until they put it in.
Yeah.
I might give it a shot with you.
Yeah, from what I'm told, the game's not very long. It's like 4 or 5 hours total, and it has like this nostalgic like Saturday cartoon vibe to it, like with the comedy and the art direction and stuff like that.
And they're toads.
So
They fight. They're toads that
they're fight toads. There's like a very simple combo system and
How-
whatnot.
How come they didn't name it Fighting Frogs instead of Battletoads? And you could have FF, a little alliteration.
I think Battletoads just sounds better, just rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah, but then they could have done a spin-off with Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but this came out before
Yep.
Fast and the Furious,
Okay.
Yeah, but this is
like by
this is
20
like
years.
a remake. You know, the remake. They should have changed the name.
Oh.
Battletoads.
I feel like
Fighting
that defeats
frogs.
the point of the remake.
Oh, spiritual successor. Not
There
a
you
remake.
go.
Yeah, yeah.
Because remake was.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know how that's gonna work, buddy. All right, we got Crossing Souls on PC. I have no idea what that is. Darksiders Genesis is out on PC. Last week or 2 weeks ago, it came out on Xbox. It's a
I'm
fun.
sort of
co-op.
interested in that one.
It's a fun. I guess there's co-op in it. It's like a 2-player co-op. It's fun. Like if again, it's one of those games where you're like, I'm listening to an audiobook or a podcast or something. Beat 'em up type thing. Don't Starve on both devices or platforms is out. It's a
I've
a
always wanted to
survival horror thing.
I've almost bought that game like 4 times, but every time I almost buy it, I'm like, this is just a survival game. I don't need this.
But
I don't want to play it by myself, but if we do it as a group, it'd be okay.
is it multiplayer?
That might be Don't Starve Together. That might be the sequel.
I think it's Don't Starve Together. Yeah.
Okay.
Although I don't know
Never
what
mind.
this Giant Edition one is. I don't know if that's...
The Giant Edition includes the Reign of Giants expansion, which adds new players, seasonal bosses, weather conditions, new biomes, creatures, and more.
We should look
Okay.
into that.
Yeah, that's... Survival games are rarely fun on their own, in my opinion.
In my opinion, they're rarely fun ever. But with
Yeah,
friends,
that sounds
it's much
about right.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say with friends, it's ideal.
Yeah,
Survive
you
together.
do for the stories you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other games, we got new Super Lucky Tail, which has kind of a cult following for 3D platformers. We have Hypnospace Outlaw, which
Looks
is
insane.
I have
I
no
don't know.
interest in it. It conceptually sounds interesting. It's a 90s internet simulator where you like solve mysteries essentially. Not interested. It's also on Switch. That's coming out.
Like
on
Ace
27th.
Attorney, so I'll give it a shot.
Don't Tell Me Why Chapter 1's coming out, which is made by the studio behind Life is Strange. So if you're into that type of thing, that's the thing. Double Kick Heroes is a shoot 'em up rhythm game. So maybe you guys. Not
No,
me.
I've
I'm not interested.
already got my one rhythm game, so
Yeah.
we're not going deeper.
I'm not interested. Wasteland 3 is coming out to console and PC on the 28th. I'm actually hyped. If
I know you are.
anyone doesn't know, NXL, is it NXL? Yeah. NXL, the developers were the original Fallout team from Black Island or Black Isle. So
Hell yeah, man.
this was in development prior to Microsoft acquisition. Essentially, the Microsoft acquisition helped them to finish it. This does have a 2-player co-op in it. So I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah, I'm happy they made a comeback because Wasteland 2 was a Kickstarter project, right?
I want to say yes, or it was saved on Kickstarter. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So good for them.
Yeah. We have Crusader Kings 3 on PC, and lastly, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which I hear
That
is
I
really
own
good.
and played probably for an hour and a half, and then said, "Yeah, this is one of those scary games," and then deleted it off of my Xbox.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was a good game for what it was trying to do. I have since watched somebody play it through the entirely. Like our good buddy Jared, Aiden and I know him, and I really
I've played
enjoyed
with
that.
Jared too.
Yeah. Well, he's not your good buddy. He's just your
You're right.
internet acquaintance.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've never won a Fortnite match with him, so you don't know.
I have.
Oh, he definitely has. He's
I
probably
definitely have.
won.
I got that carry, bro.
No, Aiden and I have won more Fortnite matches with Jared, though. I will say that.
I believe
easily.
that. I believe that.
We used to
Played
have
a lot back in the day.
the Monday squad. I want to say was it Monday? We play like
I think
all day
so.
on Monday.
Yep, it was
And we win,
great.
like a million games in a row. All of them, I deserved none of the credit except for like, hey, I got 2 kills this time.
Yeah.
It
See
was
what Nate's
fun.
doing. Next time there's a new battle royale, we'll play with him again.
Hyperscape.
I'm 100%
That's the
down.
new battle royale.
I don't want to play that.
I'm kind of
Unfortunately.
interested. It's free to play, so I'm like semi-interested.
I watched somebody play for like an hour and a half, and it just didn't. I think we talked about it a little bit. I liked how like the arena
Mm-hmm.
disappears,
Mm-hmm.
but everything else seemed bad.
Yeah, I just think the TTK is a little long, so it kind
Yeah.
of is
Just
what
the capability.
I don't enjoy. It's just too long, but conceptually, I like it.
It's worth the shot, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. It's free, so it's like, what's it hurt to try?
Why not?
We got games leaving. We have Creatures in the Well, Gianna Sisters? Gianna? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, HD, Metro Last Light, Jackbox Party Pack 3, NBA 2K20, and Red Dead 2 on the 7th.
some good games on there. Jackbox is a lot of fun. NBA 2K, if you're into it and you have a good group of friends who are into it,
Mm-hmm.
can be fun.
I feel like with how I
Career
play
mode
it,
is fun.
for free is
also.
perfect.
Yeah.
You just
Red
play
Dead
like a
Redemption
game or
2.
two.
Yeah, I
It's a
haven't
beautiful
played
game.
a lot of it. I should send you what my character scan looks like, Aiden. It's really bad.
Oh, I bet I've done it before. It's not. I've never seen it go well.
So 2K19 it worked. I don't want to say perfectly, but like almost perfectly on the first try. I was like, I don't get why people complain about this. And then 2K20, probably 30 tries, and I still couldn't get it right.
Yeah,
Fun though.
I look like a potato, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I look like I have never left a room that didn't have marijuana smoke in it. In mine.
I remember when you were trying to take pictures of it, and you kept sending me like the outcomes of it, and I was like, "Yeah, those are bad."
Yeah. I wish I saved more of the outcomes.
Yeah.
I just have the one that I finally gave up on. I've always kind of wanted to try Creature in the Well. Have you guys played that?
I was never that
Good
interested in it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you should try it and let me know, because I kind of want to, but also kind of don't.
Yeah, you do it, and you tell us how it goes, and then I probably won't play it.
Yes,
Well, we only have like a week, anyways. So
I will
I believe
cash
in
app
you.
you $5 if you find out.
okay,
Um,
maybe I will just lie to you.
fair enough.
You give me $5.
Other than that, I mean, Metal Gear is a good, like, if you're interested in that world, Metal Gear. I've beaten both of those back in the day. I haven't beat the
Yeah.
HD mixes of them.
A week may not be
Hey.
long enough if it's your first time, I feel like.
Just grind real hard over a weekend.
I don't know. There might be too many cutscenes even.
Ooh, it's true.
That's my Kojima slander.
I don't think they've aged well, but I actually don't know what the HD looks like. Because I played it
I think it's
OG
like
version.
it's not one of the remastered. It's like one of the. They just up the, like, resolution on it.
Yeah. Kind of like how Final Fantasy VII didn't age well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
If you go back and have context, you can understand why it was tight, but
Yeah.
it does not work.
No.
Just watch them on YouTube.
Bunch of cool stuff came out today. I don't think Dylan really cares that much, but Aiden might
Told you,
care.
Aiden.
Dylan, I think, is more excited than I am, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotham.
Well, I don't know too much about it, but yeah, Gotham Knights. It looks like kind of like Batman Destiny to me.
Well,
Is that what it is?
It's Arkham, but with the Bat family.
Yeah, Batman Destiny. That's what I said.
Fair enough. All right, whatever. I'm actually super hyped because I'm a huge Batman fan. This is one of WB Games' studios. It's not Rocksteady because they're doing a different DC property that they also announced today, but they didn't have a gameplay trailer. They only had a cinematic trailer. But this is Gotham Knights. Essentially, Batman's dead, and he's passing the mantle on to the Bat family, which is, in this game, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin.
Now,
Wait.
yeah,
Dude.
who would be who? I would be Red Hood probably.
We might have
You
to
would
do
be
Battle
Robin,
over
wouldn't you?
Nightwing, huh?
No, Aiden's Nightwing. He already
That's why
called
I
it.
got in there very quickly.
Yeah.
Because Nightwing's my boy. Like, I even have, I got, Nightwing Funkos and everything. Me and Grayson.
Well,
Grayson's
Now,
the boy.
don't hate me, but the only one that I actually know is Robin.
Well, technically, they've all held the Robin mantle at one point.
Oh, so they're all Robin.
Yeah. So Dick Grayson was the
so
first
you
Robin.
technically know all of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dick Grayson, who's Nightwing, was the original Robin. And then Jason Todd, who is Red Hood, was the second Robin.
Let me tell you a Batman fact. Batman Beyond, the TV show,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the real Batman. It's about another Batman.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Which is a game I want, or a movie, actually, or a TV show.
Allison would like everybody to know that she taught me that yesterday.
Good job.
And what is the name of Batman Beyond Batman? What's his real name?
Tyrese.
No.
What's his name? Terry McGinnis.
Terry McGinnis. Yeah.
See, I was pretty close. I started with the TY.
I'm proud of her,
Wait.
not you.
TE. Yeah, no, I am too. Very proud. I didn't spend too much time watching this actually, but I kind of liked it. I think I'm interested in this game.
Yeah, so they popped out 2 trailers. They have the reveal trailer, which is this, and then they have a 8-minute gameplay trailer.
7-minute gameplay.
Or 7-minute. Pardon me, 7-minute gameplay trailer.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I apologize. My bad. Yeah, and it looks like an Arkham game, just with these guys, to be honest.
I saw a lot of people complaining about it. I, for one, have never played the Arkham
What were
game.
they
so-
complaining about?
Nerd.
I didn't read Reddit or anything, so I don't know.
Like levels. They said it was too much like an Assassin's Creed game or something.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because it looks like they want you to play, like you can play single player or you can play cooperatively. And I'm like, that's fine.
I would not play this game single player. I can tell you that, most likely.
Yeah.
But if the 3 of us play it,
Oh,
I would-
man.
I would
I think it's going to be a
probably
lot of fun if 3 of us play it. I think it'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool. This
will
looks
probably
better
be
than
both,
Avengers.
honestly.
How about that?
I
By
have
far.
no interest in Avengers,
Yeah.
even though I know who those superheroes are.
Yeah.
But this just looked more fun to me
Yeah.
from what I did see.
The Avengers open beta is this weekend, and I'm like, ah. And I usually play the open betas, but I have no interest after the reviews on the Avengers beta already. I've heard nothing
It's-
but bad things.
It's wild they dropped the ball that much
Yeah.
on one of the most successful IPs out there.
And this is the most exciting part right here for me, is the Court of Owls. So that's
Yeah,
just
you always
that's
tell me
just the
about
nerd
that.
of me.
Yeah.
That's just the nerd part of me. Like, Court of Owls is one of my favorite storylines of all Batman comics, and it has not been really introduced that heavily into normal conventions, other than the Gotham TV show had the Court of Owls a very small portion of it. So,
I will vouch for him here. He has told me about the Court of Owls probably 10 times in our friendship. And every time I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. He's like, it's a Batman thing. I'm like, no, man, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Batman is just those like 5 movies from the 90s and those Christopher Nolan ones.
yeah, it's I can't help it, but I love the Court of Owls. And this is actual gameplay trailer right here. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm excited.
Looks great.
Yeah,
I'm-
that's
I was not excited, but I am now. So
I'm so excited to play this. I hope this is alpha footage, by the way. They stated this was alpha footage.
pretty solid for alpha.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, this
you know,
is
could change. It could end up not being good. So
It's
don't
true.
be too
It's
excited.
true. Could be an Avengers,
it-
right?
Yeah.
it's true, but so long as it's multiplayer and at least somewhat enjoyable, I feel like it's worth it.
Let's talk about this next one. Dark Myth Wukong.
Yes.
I
Looks
watched
kind of tight.
some of the video, but it was so long that I just skipped forward, like to different parts.
Yeah.
And every time I skipped forward, it was like, you know, all of a sudden he transforms into a bug, and I was like, I don't get what the fuck is going on right now. So I had to go back and like actually watch it and read about it. It looks pretty cool. I've got to say.
Yeah. So, Dark Myth Wukong. It's a Chinese indie developer. It's an action adventure RPG, based on that, I guess,
The Monkey
mythology,
King.
right?
Yeah. You ever watch The Monkey King, the movie?
No,
There's at least like 3 of them.
no, I haven't watched. I think there's an actual TV show on Netflix. Something of the Monkey King on Netflix. It's like 2 seasons in English.
I sort of recommend the movies,
Yeah.
at least the ones that I've watched. I don't know if there's like
Yeah.
multiple versions of them. Wukong also a fun character in
Smite.
Smite. Yeah,
See, I knew you were going with that.
Thank you.
Look at
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
Like that, my
We're like
boy.
brothers.
My boy.
Yeah.
So the developer, it's a 13-minute gameplay trailer out there. Developer actually made some statements regarding it. They said they want to be honest about the game, and they also released it to help attract more potential employees to join the company. They asked viewers to forget the footage as it doesn't represent their best work. They also stated he spent most of his points pointing what was wrong with the trailer and how the low frame rate in multiple scenes, specifically the crowd of Heavenly Warriors, and then stated the water shown in the game displays no physical properties. He was essentially shitting on his game,
People were saying this looks tight.
and everyone's
You
like,
kinda love to
"This
see
looks
with
amazing."
how tight it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Like it shows you how far indie developers have come.
seriously, I wonder what engine they're using.
Unreal, I think I read.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
Looking at this, like it must be Unreal.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're gonna, if they're on Unreal 4, they're gonna port it to Unreal 5 because
I think it's on 4 now.
yeah, because I don't think 5 is officially out for development till early next year because Fortnite's supposed to move over to 5. He closed his post saying the team will now hide again to continue development, meaning we're unlikely to see any more gameplay anytime soon, which is fine.
Do your thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew
come back
nothing
and
about
surprise
this
me in a
before
few
this
years.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually would have preferred if they stayed hidden and then just put out some crazy banger of a game whenever it was ready.
Well, like he was saying earlier, it sounded like it's something
They
he
need
wanted developers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this is a great showcase to get people, like developers, interested in joining that team.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful showcase. 10 out of 10 play.
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks wonderful, man. I'm pretty hyped, but I can't imagine it'll be like 2022 or something like that before we see this.
I am not hyped for it. I'll say that for sure, but I'm interested to see what comes of it.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, I'm excited, but also I'm going to try to forget it. Otherwise, it's going to be another like lesser Cyberpunk where you just wait years for
Yeah.
it.
You're going to have to
Yeah.
forget it because it sounds like it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not something I'll like set up an alert for.
I could set up alerts for you.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
But
All right. Let's move on to the next piece of news. So the next piece of news was more about Control. Control's apparently getting shit on because they put out a statement about moving to next gen on consoles.
Is Control
Remedy
getting
deserved
shit
it.
on, or are they shitting on themselves?
Well, I think people are shitting on the publishers more so than Remedy, the developer.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
So 505 Games is the publisher, and they released a statement saying they will not be giving people who've already purchased the game on console an upgrade for next-gen consoles. I'll read some of the statements they made. They're pretty bad.
it's weak.
It's really bad. So the first statement they said is that we spent several months exploring all our launch options for Control Ultimate Edition, and no decision was taken lightly. While it is challenging bringing any game to next-gen platforms, we quickly realized it was even more difficult to upgrade our current user base to next-gen with full parity across platforms with our year-old game. Every avenue we pursued, there was some form of blocker, and those blockers meant that at least one group of players ended up being left out of the upgrade for various reasons. As of today, we can't offer any upgrades to everyone, and leaving any one group feels unfair. We understand this is not what you want to hear.
yeah. So I'm not ever gonna buy Control. I'm still hopeful that it will come to Game Pass at some point. But
Yeah.
what a dick move.
Yeah,
I
I
just
was
so-
I
overall.
love the game, but I'm not going to buy it again
That's-
in any
yeah.
world.
I was super sad because I really wanted to play it, and I was
Yeah.
just kind of waiting. And now I'm not going to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to burn your bridges because I know it didn't sell that well originally, so I assume that's where they're trying to do this, but it's a very bad look.
Yeah. They had like a little FAQ thing, and they said if you whatever you purchase is backwards compatible with the next gen consoles, And then they ended it saying, "We are sorry we couldn't meet everyone's expectations, and we hope you will continue to support Control. We thank you for your support thus far." Wow, right?
You're welcome for my support that I will continue to give you the same level of throughout the years.
Yeah. God, that's bad. That's such a bumble. I love it when they say there's some form of blocker. I was like, yeah, the blocker you not getting money.
I mean, that they are a business. I'm not gonna fault them for trying to make money, but
I get that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
short term versus long term.
But
yeah,
As much as I love Remedy as a developer, like it probably won't be the last time that 505 would pull something like this.
yeah, my only thing, like, I wonder what the conversion rate for people that have the base game to the expansion packs, because I think if a person bought the base game and never bought the expansion packs, but then they got the next gen upgrade, would help them convince them to get the expansion packs. You know what I mean? Like if it was
100%.
right.
Mhm.
Because people like me are just waiting usually for sales for expansion packs. Right, I'm not going to buy it at full price, but I'll wait eventually and get it. And now I'm in a position where I'll never buy this game.
Yep,
I
can't blame you.
agree. Yeah.
It's a great game, but I don't blame anyone for not wanting it at this point.
So that was my one sour news I wanted to talk about today, because there's a lot of like other sour news, like continuing drama, but I didn't want to really talk about it. I wanted to talk about games this week. Lastly, Crysis Remastered is coming to actual consoles.
Yeah, I don't care as much. Actually, this is more interesting to me than it coming to Switch.
Yeah.
No,
This
going to
actually
Switch
makes
is more
so
interesting.
much more.
So it's getting 8K assets, it's getting ray tracing, it's getting a bunch of assets redone. It looks really, really good.
I love the Crytek engine. I just wish there were better games on it, basically.
Yeah. But I think for a younger generation of people that never grew up with Crysis, that wants to play it on current gen technology, this looks great. A great way to get people in on it.
Good for those people.
Yeah.
It's a
Like I said,
decent game.
I grew up in that
Decent
era,
game that
so
looks really good.
it's not a big deal. But people that didn't, that still want like current gen quality, I think you're probably getting close to that. I don't know whose PC's ever going to run 8K assets, but at least at a good frame
we're
rate.
a little bit off. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Just make a big splash in the water by saying, "Wow, it looks so good," but you can't actually run it this well.
Yeah, which is kind of par for the course for Crysis in general.
Yeah,
Like the CryEngine when
fair.
it first came out, like it was always like the system destroyer. Like everyone's trying to run it, and you're like, it looks wonderful, but I can only run this at like 20 frames per second.
Yep.
But this screenshot is sick, bruh. And that's always been like a Crysis thing, a CryEngine thing, which is funny.
Yeah.
Very strong. Too strong.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows what the
Very
next gen graphics cards will do? That are coming out in September.
In the future.
In September,
Yeah, okay. I
Yeah.
said the future.
yeah, 3080s are coming out, which are like
Not wrong.
$1,000 graphics cards. So
Speaking
Let's
of
do
the
it.
future, it's almost our mom's birthday.
Yeah.
it's a very random thought.
No, it's
No, it's in
almost
September.
9/11.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Aiden, watch your mouth.
Sorry. That's how I remember.
Yeah.
It's the easiest one.
Never forget the mom's birthday.
That's pretty much it. The only other piece of news I wrote down was Ubisoft announced that Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Watch Dogs, the physical copies of the games for Xbox do not come with a disc, but the PlayStations will get a physical disc.
Weird.
How would
It's
you
just
buy
weird.
it?
Just
Like, what's
just the
the point?
pre-orders? Yeah.
I guess.
Could you just buy it like day of at
Who
like
knows?
a store?
I don't know.
I mean,
It didn't say
stores
anything
are
It's
pretty
further than
good.
that.
for tech-literate parents and grandparents to buy things for little Jimmy. So otherwise, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eh,
cool.
It's just weird.
I
thought that was a weird piece of news.
I just don't get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of
it's good.
shitty for those people who want to buy physical and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
trade in
And
their games.
it's just a waste.
Yeah, it's just weird. Just weird shit. Yeah. Do you guys have anything other news to add that you want to talk about?
Nope.
All right, boys and girls.
Appreciate your research.
That is
Yeah.
it. Like I said, there's more. It's just more regurgitation of last week, right? So it's just
Yeah, I
We,
get it.
we can
That's the
dip into
reason I
those
bought Dark
stories once
Stuff.
they.
develop
Yeah.
further. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, boys and girls. That is it for this week. Have a good one. Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.